care to earn a little extra coin on the side? It's for a good cause.
I watch the horses more closely than I watch my children.
So hungry. maintain proper order.
My friend! How good it is to see you!
You are the last person I expected to see. Did you come to gloat? To tell me my search for Nicholas will end in failure? And how did you learn I was the Desert Falcon? I'm no longer Chief Inspector of anything. After your guild escaped Noshira Citadel, I had no choice but to resign from the Iron Wheel. The journal was a nice touch. I'd hoped it would seal the fate of Nicholas at his trial. But a storm did that. Allegedly. You don't get that from me. You couldn't follow simple instructions to put down a sparkling trinket. How can I possibly trust you? We thought Abba's landing was full of bandits. The merchant lords pointed us in your guild's direction. When I realized they used us to settle old debts, I withdrew the Iron Wheel to Noshira Citadel. You think me heartless? That I don't regret our methods? Ugh, all right, you win again. Here, this key opens my strongbox. You're welcome to the contents. No, but I suspect he's in Grotwood. There's a snitch. Goes by the name Bellalord Shatterbeak. Slippery fellow, loco. He might know where Nicholas was heading. It's all in my notes. I'm not helping you. I'm ending my involvement. I'm done with his case. There's neither profit nor honor in its resolution.
I got my nickname because my eyes reminded people of the warm embers of a fire. I think fires are much prettier.
Places like this make me feel safer than anywhere
I
else.
didn't even know
Is that
Marbrook
strange?
had an outlaw refuge. Don't think I've seen you around. Or I could have. I was quite drunk yesterday. Hello again, for the first time. Are you working for that Ram's Beak, Falcon Wings fellow? Heard he wanted the same thing. Also heard he was a guard. He sent you then? Fine. Tell him my price. Pay my tab at every tavern in the city. Bounty hunter. I can always spot the type. Think they can squeeze people like us. I met your friend at a tavern. Briefly, you understand. But I remember enough to send you to him. First thing, he didn't go by Nicholas. Can't recall his name. Something equally forgettable. But I do remember his high elf companion. A widow she was. My darling Volu, he called her. They were returning to her home. A pleasant little manor outside of, Haven, I believe? In Grotwood. I can't remember anything else. The drink, you see. But they were to be married as soon as they returned. Oh, she'd fallen for him. I could see that. He was some sort of painter? The canvas kind, not tavern placards. He brought some kind of joy to her life. Would have been lovely, but I passed out on the table.
We depart with the news. Tell me.
things to do.
Shameful. This is not the Dominion we were promised.
I don't often receive visitors in my garden, especially the uninvited ones. Vantis? Whatever for? And who are you exactly? He struggles enough finding his muse. Distracting him with financial matters will disturb his concentration. I must ask you to leave.
I love snooping
My
around
darling
places I don't
Volu!
belong.
Is that you in the kitchen? My muse has left me. Perhaps kisses would restore it. You are not who I expected to see. I knew my time here wouldn't last. I hoped it would take longer, though. Zira wanted to make sure I was truly dead, yes? I taught her too well. What business? The man you knew as Nicholas truly died in that storm. I am a changed man, a married man. I live quietly in this house, painting things that my wife adores. I retired. Ask. I'll tell you everything you want to know. No more secrets. None of them matter anymore. I wanted more. Alone, Abba's Landing is a meager prize. But if I could find a way to bring in Tanith, with a stake in both cities, you control all trade in Hughes Bay. But I hadn't. Velsa should have joined me at Maluk's path. After my death, she would lead the others back to Abba's Landing. Zira could scatter the guild before the Iron Wheel's arrival. But then Velsa retired and everything changed. Of course not. But had all gone according to plan, Zira could have filtered the guild into Tanith, set up there while the Iron Wheel was chasing them here. And when I was Magnifica Felora's puppet in Abba's Landing, Zira would be mine in Tanith. Very well. We both know my part in what happened to the Thieves Guild. I won't beg for my life, if that's what you're expecting. If that's what Zira wants from me. No! Not like this!
What was that noise? What's going on in here? Vantis? No!
Well, what happened? I see. I hate him for what he did. But it still feels like I've lost a family member. You helped restore the Thieves Guild, make it more than it once was. Of course, I trust your judgment. Now all the old business is put to rest. Let's go. We have a guild to run. There are heists to plan and merchant lords to rob. See you in the den.
No questions, only gold and wares.
Ha! I knew you missed me.
merchandise.
What do you want? Spare a coin?
There's something you need to know about why I'm in Abar's Landing. When we first met, I said I needed a partner to steal the Juvesin's skull. I never explained why. Not really. I used to think my father was a merchant. When he vanished this year, I left my academy to find him. It seems I knew very little of my father's profession. His time away was spent in Abar's Landing, working with the Thieves' Guild. In his travels, my father brought notices to every outlaw's refuge in Tamriel. Bounties for old relics wanted by the Thieves' Guild. I realized I couldn't just ask them for his whereabouts. My plan was to steal the Juvesin's skull, then trade it for information. Nobody recognized his name or description. Zira suspects he worked with one of the thieves who died in the dowry heist. They used to keep guild associates secret. It seems only Nicholas knew how all the pieces fit together. Rotten luck. They must have seen it. The last relic sought by the Thieves' Guild would make a tempting target. The Iron Wheels simply had to wait. I didn't think anyone would get hurt, and I didn't mean to put you in their sights. Walk Softly remembers the Thieves' Guild sold many relics to Lady Sulima of Abar's Landing. My father must have been the one to broker the sales. I want to break into her mansion and pick up on his trail. What do you say, partner? Meet me by Lady Sulima's mansion when you're ready. I'm not religious, but I said a prayer to Oriel this morning. If we find nothing, I have no idea what to do next. This is the only trail leading anywhere near my father. The last time I asked around, the Iron Wheel set a trap for us in Fulstrom Homestead. This time, I listened. Lady Sulima rarely leaves her estate, and has a connection to one of the merchant lords. Must be why the city guards patrol her estate. That's all I know. I have no idea what we're going to find inside. After Fulstrom Homestead, I keep thinking the Iron Wheel is around every corner. There I go, jumping at shadows. Are you ready? All right. Give me a moment to unbar the gate. All right, it's open. Come on in.
I don't know how long I'll play for, because I have to work tomorrow. But I might finish this quest and then call it for the night. But I don't work Tuesday.
This is my favorite part.
So...
This is so much better than reading. I hate getting caught.
Anyway, I don't work Tuesday, so I might play longer tomorrow night. Oh, this is a terrible spot. Oh, this is a terrible spot. I have a pimple. I know.
If you wanted a bounty on your head, you got it,
The
trespasser.
guards will want to speak with you about that.
God damn it.
I must report this. I hope you understand.
You criminal trouble!
God damn it.
Gods! Lawbreaker on the loose! You're in trouble now. This is going to be fun.
You brought the right Khajiit for the job.
The guard will be here any second. Last chance. No more warnings. Get out! The guard will be here any second. Last chance. No more warnings. Get out!
You're as welcome here as a Horvor in heat. Guard!
If you're doing what I think you're doing, just stop now.
Ay, ay.
Can't wait until the guard makes you pay for trespassing.
big mistake.
This quest is terrible.
My father gave me that book when I was a child. At his last visit, he took it to have it rebound. Why is it in this woman's home? I gave that to my father after a holiday in Skywatch. He kept it with him for luck. What is it doing here? I found something too. A necklace with an old key. My father wore this wherever he went. And if there's a key, there must be a lock.
Guards on their way. Get out.
We need to be more careful when it comes to being naughty.
I could use a break.
We did it!
The guards on their way. Now go.
The guards on their way. Best get out before they clear you out.
You don't look so good.
We can take this one, no problem.
Over
been
here.
waiting to try this spell out.
Look at you. Pretty impressive.
You. Why do you have my father's
A
things?
chance to sneak around?
You're
spoiling me.
Seroldo's daughter stands before me. Why are you in Abaz Landing instead of your academy?
I'm looking for my father. Why do you know who I am?
My dear child, he's gone. When the Iron Wheel came for him, he fled to the rooftops. They gave chase and he fell. I'm so sorry.
You're lying.
No, child. I grieve for him every day. He was the only person I ever loved.
Oh my lord. What? That'd be so helpful. That's also helpful.
You are a friend to Seroldo's daughter? This must be much for her to take in. Please, ask what you will. Quinn. What a lovely name. It's the first time my ears have heard it. Seroldo kept all but the simplest details of his daughter from everyone. Would that he had done the same with me. After Seroldo's death, the Iron Wheel learned of our connection and sent a letter requesting an interview. What fortune I possessed now goes to the mercenaries guarding my home. Should I leave the manor, the Iron Wheel will certainly detain me. Those who remain seek coin where they can find it. That made me wonder. Seroldo did his private work in this room, and recently I had it searched. I found a ledger, but I can't make sense of the symbols. Perhaps it is best in Quinn's hands. I am most thankful. I only trust my guards as long as I can pay them, so you would do best to leave discreetly. There's a hidden exit to the street, and Quen is welcome to visit should she ever desire it.
I'll be outside.
What kind of trouble do you think we can get up to here?
What's wrong with me? I'm a high elf. I'm not supposed to cry. It must be important if the Iron Wheel wants it. Father did love his puzzles. I should see if it means anything. Thank you for this. It's not the answer I wanted, but I'm glad you were by my side.
This dark elf could use a break.
Jesus. God damn.
Ready to help me with that personal matter? This is the family mansion of my old friend Anais Velmont. Just as big and opulent as the last time I was here. I was brought here when I was very young. My first memories are of Anais and the Velmont mansion. Anais and I grew up side by side. We were the best of friends. Until the family left for Black Marsh, we were always together. We were that close. You know, I never thought to ask about that. Anais told me that her father saved me from some horrible fate, but she never provided any details.
That's so cold.
The Velmonts were very good to me. Outside of the guild, they're the closest thing I have to a family. I was barely in my teens when the family left. She wanted me to go with her, but I couldn't leave the only home I ever knew. I slipped away in the night, and I haven't seen them since. Now Anais has returned to take control of the family mansion. I understand that since Anais has returned, she's been making inquiries about me. It's clear that her memories of our time together won't let her put the past behind her. We need to steal those memories, preferably without getting caught. The past can be a vice that holds us back. I've seen it. I want to teach Anais to let go of her memories, forget about me, and get on with her life. After we steal the items that once belonged to me, by the way, she'll stop looking for me. Keepsakes, jewelry that Anais had made from my hatching shell and scales I lost during molting. You know, now that I say the words out loud, it sounds kind of strange for someone to have kept my discarded body parts. Is that common practice? The Velmont mansion is a large place. Why don't you check the kitchens and courtyard while I search the family suites? Meet me there when you're done, and we'll get out of here together. Like shadows, my friend. We need to...
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But...
A chance
It
to
feels
sneak around?
odd being
You're
back here.
spoiling me.
Let's not linger. Let's find those keepsakes and get out of here before someone notices us. Quickly now.
Bruh.
You must like being in trouble.
Oh,
or you'd
come
be gone.
on. This is my favorite part. You brought the right Khajiit for
Guard!
the job.
Intruder! Trespasser!
I love snooping around places I don't belong. This is my favorite part. You brought the right Khajiit
My
for the job.
amulet's in there. Would you mind getting it?
no.
There's
My
a young
lady will be
Argonian
furious
in
when
there.
she sees these
He
spots.
unsettles me. There's one more thing before we go. Anais and I used to sit on the balcony and watch the sun set. I'd like to see it one more time before we put this memory behind us.
A chance to sneak around? You're spoiling me.
Just the way I remember it. So beautiful. Anais and I would sneak out here and watch the sunset. It was the best of times.
And yet you ran away. You betrayed me and left me all alone. Is that how a beloved pet is supposed to behave?
Anais, I didn't... You weren't supposed to be here.
You were my friend. We were going to do so many things together. And then you ran away like a thief in the night. And that's how you come back to me? Stealing my possessions?
What are you saying? I don't understand.
And you're just as bad as Walks. What gives you the right to break into my home and take my belongings? I should call for the guard and teach you both a lesson. The Velmont family doesn't take kindly to thieves and traitors. Friends. Maybe when I was a child and didn't know any better. But that lizard is my pet. Nothing more. Father gave him to me when I was a young girl. How else am I supposed to treat a pet that ran away and misbehaves?
Wow.
I returned to take control of my family's holdings, clear up old business. He's still my property, and I want my property back. As for you, I'll let the authorities deal with you. I have no patience for those who would rather steal than work. Forget him. He's all I've thought about these past few years. How he abandoned me, rejected my love and friendship. No. If he wants to be treated like a bad lizard, then that's the way it's going to be. I've already called for the mansion guards.
You've changed, Anais. Either that or I've been fooling myself this whole time. Goodbye, my old friend.
Goodbye? I don't think so. Even if you escape from the mansion, my agents will find you and bring you back to me. You're mine now and forever. Guards! Take these intruders into custody!
I think it's time to leave, don't you? Quickly now.
I love snooping around places I don't
Clear
belong.
out before the guard shows up and clears you out.
Meet me back at the den. We can talk there.
Can we stay here for a while? I love the atmosphere.
One cannot step light with such... No question.
Our meeting with Anais didn't go anything like I had imagined. She has changed. Or perhaps I'm the one who changed. Learning your own truth can be so confusing. She was my friend. Once. I am almost certain of that. We were always together, laughing, playing, exploring the mansion. Perhaps when I ran away, deserted her, did that turn her into this unfamiliar creature? I was a slave? No, I don't think either of us knew what that meant. Not back then, when we were just children. I suppose deep down I knew it all along. When I ran away instead of going with Anais to Black Marsh. Of course! We took those memories away from Anais and recovered the keepsakes of my youth. Plus, we discovered how far my friend has fallen. I just need to figure out how to help her find the person she used to be. Unless she finds me first. Now that she knows I'm around, I expect her to double her efforts and use every advantage her family's gold can buy. It's what I'd do. Thanks for assisting me with this, by the way. Once I decide on my next course of action, I'll let you know.
Interesting, so they just kind of keep going. But anyway. Oh, what's this one? But anyway, as I was saying, oh, just hold. Oh, there's another note.
I blame those stiff collars who lord.
Prices have never been better.
Not at all.
Just don't get forgetful when it comes time to settle up.
Anyway, I'm gonna stop here for the night because I need to go get ready for bed. So, good night, guys.
Honey bun.